Tip number 29 from the book 501 Contractor Tips. Clearing out negative thoughts about money. If you believe rich people are bad, you're going to have problems becoming rich. Greedy and selfish people might be bad, but wealthy people just have a lot of money. Get rid of these negative thoughts or you'll find money drifting away from you instead of towards you. Now, I'd like to focus on this part right here. If you believe rich people are bad, you're going to have problems becoming rich. This is easy to understand. And you might not even be grasping the point or the concept I'm trying to make here. And that is that some people actually don't want to become rich because they might be viewed as a snob or a jerk, or however they themselves view wealthy people. I'm here to tell you that rich people are just people with money, wealthy people. You are going to have greedy people, you are going to have selfish people. These people are rich and they are poor. So realistically, greed and selfishness doesn't really have a lot to do with wealth. And if you have any thoughts associated with wealthy people, let's just say that when you grew up there was someone you knew that was wealthy and they were a jerk, then you might associate this with wealth, this type of behavior. And I'm here to say you've got to get rid of that. You know, there are plenty of wealthy people who are kind, compassionate, and considerate. And this is realistically what you would need to focus on, not your previous views of people with money who are jerks. If you have views of someone with money and they're good, they're positive, they're not negative, then this is fine. You can associate yourself with these types of behaviors, but don't associate anything negative with any views about wealth from someone that you knew in the past that was kind of a wacko or a jerk or did things you really wouldn't want to be associated with. Greedy and selfish people might be bad, but wealthy people just have a lot of money. I basically already focused on that. Get rid of the negative thoughts or you'll find the money drifting away. That is so true. And I'd like to share a story with you. When I was, I want to say maybe 35 years old, I started to make a lot of money. And it was really more money than I had anticipated ever making. And I think it was more money than my family ever envisioned me making also. So I think that my parents had a difficult time with me. I didn't flaunt my money. I was still kind of the same person. I wasn't going to move into a bigger house. I did buy a couple of different cars. So we had I think I bought my first new car when I was about 36 years old. So, you know, and I mean, I paid cash for it, but I couldn't tell anyone I paid cash for it because it was kind of like this, you know, if I would have been flaunting my money. And these are the thoughts I'm kind of referring to you've got to get rid of. Don't worry about what someone else thinks of you or your accomplishments or where you're going in the future. If you do, then you're going to end up in this nightmare. You're going to end up in this mess I'm talking about. You're going to end up having problems making more money. You know, and even making more money, some people associate making more money as ripping people off. So if you're trying to make more money and you make $25 an hour right now, and you say, you know what, I'm going to raise my prices to $35 an hour. And then you might go to work for someone that you worked for in the past when you charged them $25 an hour. Now you need to tell them you're making $25 an hour, and they might think you're ripping them off or say something like that. You just need to be frank with them and say, hey, no, I'm sorry, cost of living increases. You know, I'm trying to, you know, actually buy some health insurance for my family, you know, whatever. I mean, it's not, you can't get stuck in that system of beliefs because a lot of these beliefs are from people like this. If you hear it enough, hey, you're charging me too much money, You know, what are you, the money, you know, Mr. Moneybanks? Or, you know, you walk around with $100 bills in your pocket and everybody, you know, starts to ask you for money or all this. You can't get caught up in that. You need to focus on yourself and what you envision your life to be, not what you envision someone else's life to be. And this has a lot to do with it. So no matter what, if you want to make more money, you've got to clear out the negative thoughts about money. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself like a roller coaster, or like the hamster on the spinning wheel in the cage. You're going to be putting a lot of effort into something, but you're not going to be going anywhere.